fingerprints on the car that matched those of Bape and HBN, the records say. The locations of their phones lined up with the path of the getaway car. Lil Bape's lawyer, Robert Gamberg, said,
Hey yo gang, what's happening? It's your boy Araine TJ back again with another reaction video. And today we're going over American Confidential. You know, that boy be putting out some good content. So, if you're not subscribed already, subscribe. Like the video, you feel me? And let's get into today's video. It's about Lil Bape from ZooGang. You know, and BNG members arrested for, you know, that big H.
Oh, you think you bulletproof? Huh? Yeah. I was in the cell, we spoke on 10 and then he lost 2. Engineer be active when I record cause I fucked up the booth. If I had all that shit all in my crib, I would've made a news. We got all the money, drugs and guns, who you think she gon' choose? Left the slump, they tucked them in that sheet, we like to see him snooze. He was with his folks, when we popped out, we don't play by the rules. They got Timbo, we got all the kills, why would we ever lose?
Say Louis Bape, cause I'm the feet the top. I ain't gonna talk about what's the name, just know we hit the top. She said she wanna be with the gang, she got past the op. She said she wanna be with the gang, she got flag op. He said he wanna be a driver, he gotta catch a op.
A 19-year-old is arrested and charged in the April 13th shooting death of a sophomore high school student, gunned down as he was enjoying a warm evening in the city's Cecil B. Moore neighborhood. As KW's Antoinette Lee tells us, police still searching for a second suspect in connection to the killing.
Cheryl Parker will most likely become Philadelphia's next mayor, and she will bring a tougher stance on crime with her. Philadelphia's politics have become more progressive over the last decade. First, when Mayor Kinney was elected, followed by an idealistic progressive DA, Larry Krasner. They have taken much of the heavy scrutiny in the wake of Philadelphia's sky-high murder rate. Parker wants to hire hundreds of additional police officers to walk their beats and get to know residents. She wants to devote resources to recruiting more police and says officers should be able to stop and search pedestrians if they have a legitimate reason to do so. These are all much needed measures, but the city needs more. More outreach to residents outside of law enforcement is needed as well. Can Parker reduce record murders, shooting, and crime that have plagued the city over the last few years? And can she do it without increasing tensions between police and black and brown citizens or violating their civil rights? People believe she can. After the last mayor, Jim Kenney, threw his hands up basically and said he can't take the heat anymore.
The shooting has left Mayor Jim Kenney, quote, looking forward to not being mayor. Those were his words. Philadelphia City Council members Derek Green and Alan Dom are calling for Mayor Kenney to resign after his comments.
I'm waiting for something bad to happen all the time. So I'll be happy when I'm not here, when I'm not mayor and I can enjoy some stuff. You're looking forward to not being mayor? Yeah.
Today, many people who live in Philly tell us they were stunned to hear the mayor express that sentiment.
He should resign if he doesn't want to be mayor.
He's tired, like he want to just give up. So let somebody else be mayor that want to do the job right now.
The city needs a mayor willing to face these problems head on. Her
They got a point.
Of the controversial police tactic of stop and frisk gives some people flashbacks of past decades where the police terrorized black and brown communities. These days, while racism and policing still exist, these communities' biggest threat right now are criminals. Criminals are holding the neighborhoods hostage, and the public and city are sick and tired of living in fear of getting shot, mugged, or carjacked. As of Thursday, October 19th, 2023, the city has recorded 349 homicides, and the victims and perpetrators are getting younger and younger.
That's more than one a day, bro.
On my soldiers, I hope I took him out. I told my pass me to the eye before he snaked me out. The judge knew the car, cause I got it without no doubt. It was 4 in that V when they hopped out. He ain't seen them switches, got that rapper talk out. My big brother died, the youngest had over each other. Somebody gotta die to get back.
20-year-old Lil Bape has been charged with fatally shooting a 16-year-old in North Philadelphia last month, and police are searching for another man they say also played a role in the killing. Asir Clark, known as Lil Bape, surrendered to authorities earlier this month and has been charged with murder, illegal gun possession, and related crimes for his role in the death of Nafis Bertrand Hill in North Philadelphia last month, police said. A warrant has also been issued for 18-year-old Ranif Allen, another North Philly rapper also known as HBN, a friend of Lil Bape's, who police say also shot the teen. Here's a video of Burke Street Man, who also lost his life to gun violence last year, and Lil Bape, who were both part of 2418 and the larger set, ZooGang.
When he died, we caught him slipping, left him on his scene. Don't forget, died, get back from Ranger, that's by any means. Ain't nobody we can lean on. I was down bad, I had to put my team on. I got a thing for glitzy switches, put them beams on. Recording loafing in them trenches, he got ran on. The number one who loses, it's my team dogs from the beginning. All my life, man, I've been sinning. I can't go back in my feelings, we've been doing all the drilling. That's what come with this position. That's what come with that position. Put your life up in them trenches. I caught it, walk and follow him till he was slipping. 10 came home, my nigga try to complete a mission. Bitch, from the 4 if you ain't with it, you a victim. Baby, you know you safe, a nigga play with you and I'ma kill him. All that whiffing on the net, them showing off of bitches, ain't no phone on the pressure, we get over this tripping. You ain't getting, you can't get it, I'm low 10, yeah, I'm the risk. I lost my heart in the trench, you gotta risk it all. Boy, this slime back to back, yeah, we trying to keep the ball. Bro, shoot the slime, crush you up, yeah.
According to court records, on April 12th, Lil Bape and HBN drove to the 2300 block of West Montgomery Street in a Kia that had been reportedly stolen from Drexel Hill 1 week earlier. It was just before 9 p.m. and Bertrand Hill, known as Feast, was walking down the sidewalk when the other two men started shooting at him from the car, court records said. Surveillance video recovered from the scene showed that men jumped out of the car and chased the team, firing more than 30 times. Officers found Feast badly wounded and took him to Temple University Hospital, where he died a short time later. Philadelphia police, who responded quickly to the scene of the shooting, saw a Kia fleeing the area with no lights on, driving in the wrong direction down Norris Street, according to court records. Officers pursued the car, but lost it in a brief chase. They found it a short time later abandoned on the 2300 block of Glenwood Avenue, and inside there was a Glock 27 handgun, the records say. Surveillance footage from the Raymond Rosen housing complex, where the car was found, showed two young men wearing identical clothing to the shooting suspects get out of the car, the records say. They then took off their sweatshirts, which police found discarded inside the courtyard. Police also recovered fingerprints on the car that matched those of Bape and HBN, the records say. The locations of their phones lined up with the path of the getaway car. Lil Bape's lawyer, Robert Gamberg, said Lil Bape maintains his innocence and they look forward to their day in court.
19-year-old Asir Clark is facing homicide, conspiracy, and other related charges in relation to the murder of 16-year-old Nafis Bertrand Hill. Police say they are also looking for another suspect, 18-year-old Renif Allen, in connection to the shooting. A warrant has been issued for Allen's arrest. That's when two males got out and began shooting into the crowd. The teen was shot multiple times. He was taken to the hospital where he died from his injuries. Anyone with information on Allen's whereabouts is asked to call police. He is considered to be armed and dangerous.
Renif Allen, or HBN, remains on the run. 7 children under the age of 18, including Feast, have died by gun violence in the city so far this year. More than 40 juveniles have been shot, according to data from the city's controller office. Shootings of children in Philadelphia have steadily risen in recent years. Last year, 217 children were shot, 30 fatally, the most of any year in recent memory,
That's
and a 44%
crazy.
increase over 2019, when 120 children were struck by gunfire.
Crazy, gang. We gotta do more for Philly, bro.
Get up close and watch that little twitch. He was this little naughty. Now that nigga in the ditch. Swing it right to the mid. Then that little hit. He tried to run. He think he fast, but he ain't fast. And then he switch. BNG we lit. You know BNG we lit.
Bro, we need like better music from Philly, bro, cause like all this like drill scene and like I'ma just say, you could check my music out real quick, but like not really like, you know, to like shame like plug whatever, but like nah, bro, we need better like music, cause music be putting you in a certain frame, you know what I mean? Everybody know that. Everybody should know that by now, and if you don't know, let me tell you. Music is one of the only things in this world that can enter your subconscious without your permission. If you something visual that you could look at, if you have eyes, close your eyes, you don't see it. People saying things, you could block that out. You could block out people's words. But the rhythm of music, the frequencies of music, that be getting deep. You can't just block that out. And that goes to both minds. Not just your mind and your brain, but your mind and your heart. Music really puts you in a kind of trance, bro. So we really need better music in Philly. We need less, like, you know, so... Support artists like me.
Attorney's Office Gun Violence Task Force announced the arrest and charging of 4 suspects for their roles in 5 shootings in the city's Strawberry Mansion section in July and September of 2021, following an extensive investigation by the 31st County Investigating Grand Jury. 2 of the victims died from their injuries. These 4 suspects are associated with a violent street group operating in North Philadelphia known as Big Natty Gang, or BNG. These suspects have been charged for their alleged involvement in the following incidents. Dante Sutton is charged with 2 counts of attempted murder and related firearm offenses for allegedly shooting and injuring 2 victims on July 14th, 2021 on the 2400 block of North 33rd Street. He is also charged with 1 count of homicide for his alleged involvement in a shooting that occurred on September 18th, 2021 on the 2900 block of York Street. Dante Sutton was also charged with 2 counts of attempted murder earlier this year for a non-fatal double shooting. Jameer Brunson Gaines, or Mir, is charged with the attempted murder and the related offenses for allegedly shooting and injuring a victim on September 5th, 2021, on the 3100 block of North Judson. He is also charged with 1 count of homicide and related charges for his involvement in a shooting that occurred on September 6, 2021, on the 2200 block of West Huntington Street. Elijah Soto is charged with 2 counts of homicide and related offenses for the fatal shooting that occurred on September 6 and September 18, 2021. Khalil Henry is charged with 1 count of homicide and related charges for his role in the September 18, 2021 fatal shooting. He was also charged earlier this year with 2 counts of attempted murder, along with Dante Sutton. So to recap, there was a murder on September 6, 2021, where Soto and Brunson Gaines are charged. There was also a murder on September 18th, where Henry, Soto, and Sutton were also charged. There was also 3 other shootings that these 4 have been charged with.
Now at 4 o'clock, 4 men accused of terrorizing a Philadelphia neighborhood are off the streets today. Authorities said they have arrested members of an alleged organized crime ring behind 5 shootings back in 2021. It is Tuesday afternoon. I'm Brian Taft.
And I'm Sarah Bloomquist. The big story on Action News, the arrests announced today by the district attorney's office. Authorities say their violent actions left 2 people dead and several others hurt in Strawberry Mansion.
Action News reporter Maggie Kent joining us live along the Parkway this afternoon with more on how police were able to track these guys down, Maggie.
Brian and Sarah, prosecutors say that they found some YouTube videos from these men in particular who were bragging about what was going on, and that they say the motive behind these shootings was notoriety. Well, they did get noticed by law enforcement.
They found some YouTube videos from these men in particular who were bragging about what was going on.
It's new to vibes for me because I'm different. I just roll the op, keep rolling ops till I get high. If I get a drop, I see a op, then I'ma pop. He was at the stop and he got dropped. My broody rocking. Ain't fast. I'ma let little broody get your ass. Don't let shit pass. He gon' bang your shit and put you in the bag. No got to rap. Bro turn the beam, my bro turn on the flash. Now that's his ass. Bro give him gas. Yeah, we on some shit. I see out. Yeah, I'm a blick. Yeah, we get up close and watch that little twitch. He with this little naughty. Now that at the ditch. Smoke a J right to the mid. Yeah, that little head. Smoke a J right to the mid. Yeah, that little head.
Law enforcement says 4 men, members of the gang, are responsible for 5 shootings. 2 men were killed, 5 others were shot and injured. Dante Sutton, Jameer Brunson Gaines, Elijah Soto, and Khalil Henry have been charged with homicide and gun crimes.
This group sought notoriety, they sought infamy, they sought attention, and that was part of the motivation for each and every one of these shooting incidents.
Prosecutors say the organized crime ring focused their attention on the Strawberry Mansion neighborhood in 2021. Various members are allegedly responsible for shooting 2 people July 14th on North 33rd Street, shooting a man on September 5th on the 3100 block of North Judson Street, carrying out the homicide of 19-year-old Jordan Murray the next day on the 2200 block of West Huntington Street, killing 33-year-old Jarek Jenkins on the 2900 block of West York Street September 18th, and shooting 2 people on October 4th, 2021 on the 2000 block of North 33rd Street. How did investigators connect these cases? The ATF employed the National Integrated Ballistic Network
via examining fire cartridge cases.
Now, prosecutors also spoke about how some of these individuals were sending text messages to each other, one of them reading, "We put the H in homicide." All of these young men, 18 to 20 years old, face serious charges if convicted. We are live along the Parkway. Maggie Kent, Channel 6, Action News, Brian.
He out of luck. We gon' leave that stuff. Free my got the jelly, but the girl like what the BNG, we coming up, sliding, get in front of us. 100 MB catching from the desk like the white running up. On them drills, we cover up the bitch, they be loving us. I remember I was swooping, now I'm shooting this up. Drake got me booted up, slime, we be suited up. We been bending for some years, this shit was never new to us. BNG, we getting over, getting back. We been dropping, getting litty way before the rain. You want smoke, you getting that. That's just I'm hitting.
Overall, as of Thursday, October 19th, 2023, the city has recorded 349 homicides. If you've been paying any sort of attention, then you've seen what they are doing up in New York City.
Queens District Attorney, along with the NYPD Chief of Detectives, announcing the 151-count indictment of 33 alleged gang members. Officials say all 33 defendants are charged with conspiracy to commit murder and that 18 of those were active trigger pullers. They say the defendants are members of warring gangs trying to establish territorial dominance in Southeast Queens. The gun violence escalated after the high-profile murder of an aspiring high school basketball star 4 years ago.
The murder of a promising teen basketball player. Now, nearly 4 years later, NYPD detectives tell us they have dismantled 2 rival gangs who terrorized South Jamaica residents with reckless gunfire, using drill music videos and social media to fuel their beefs. We got an exclusive look at their focused methods, which are very different from the wide net gang sweeps of the past.
Some of the more than 30 suspects were already behind bars in state prison and on Rikers Island for other crimes. They were brought into the 111th precinct to be charged in this major gang conspiracy case. So serious were the safety concerns about the explosive rivalry between the crews known as Money World and their opposition or ops, the local trap stars, that police booked them at separate precincts to keep their family members and associates separated when they showed up.
It's pretty much shoot on sight when they see the opposition. And a lot of times innocent people are caught in the middle of it.
Over the last 5 or 6 years, these two gangs terrorized the entire community.
Before sunrise, detectives investigated. They found a connection to other shootings that were happening in South Jamaica. Some were in broad daylight, one even outside a high school. Police say an escalating rivalry between the Money World and local trap star gangs was responsible.
Once a shooting occurs and there's retaliation for that shooting, it goes back and forth. And
bro, you see that, bro? There was a child there, bro.
High school. Police say an escalating rivalry between the
Oh no, that's not a child. That's a bag. Bro, I swear that was like a little child, bro. That's somebody hopping over with a bag.
Money World and local trap star gangs was responsible.
Once a shooting occurs and there's retaliation for that shooting, it goes back and forth. And it seems like they're never satisfied with the amount of violence they've committed, and they're always trying to get one up on their opposition.
Captain Gillis says the rivalry is over territory, not money or drugs. The hatred heated up over social media taunts and drill music videos, where they allegedly bragged about the shootings, the actual locations, and even the calibers of guns used in incidents under investigation.
The drill rap is always a motivator, right? And the drill rap is so specific in that they mention people that have been killed in the past and disrespect those people that have been killed in the past, and it creates a residual effect where it's a tit for tat or one for one. Everyone's trying to get one up on the scoreboard. That creates a retaliatory effect on both sides.
And Philadelphians are just as frustrated, and the sympathies are back with law enforcement. This is deja vu from the 90s and a response to the crack era and rampant crime. What we are going to end up with is over-policing of our communities, which tends to lead to innocent people getting caught up in the mix. False arrests and convictions can and do occur. When detectives are overworked and up against the city and department pressure to make arrests, we see shoddy police work and a lot of shortcuts taken for the sake of a conviction.
That's good.
There's
That's
a great
facts.
YouTube video that lays this premise out in full
That's
context.
facts.
Link in the description.
That's good research.
But the basic overview is that when big cities like New York and Philadelphia see dramatic increases in homicide, the police's only way they know how to respond is with brute force and to overpower the streets with whatever tactics are at their disposal, whether it be gang task force and SWAT teams or narcotic squads with plenty of leeways to bend the law as long as they get a conviction. We got away with that type of broken windows policing, but the events in recent years are allowing us as a society to see this as necessary again. The broken windows theory helped influence the NYPD's controversial stop and frisk practice, which was ruled unconstitutional and remains influential despite weak empirical evidence. SEPTA police recently banned the shiesty mask after the killing of 2 teenagers in the last month. The shooter in both cases were wearing these so-called shiesty masks. This move has been applauded by many and left the city wondering if the Philadelphia police will adopt this policy. A lot of people in Philly are sick and tired of seeing dudes walk around in the middle of the spring and summer with a mask on. However, I can see how slippery of a slope this is if you let police dictate our wardrobe and what we can and can't wear as a matter of law. To be clear, private businesses can make those decisions all they want, but I don't want the government telling me what I can and can't wear. If it's a matter of public safety and they can prove to me that a ban on these masks will result in a decrease in homicides and directly correlate the two, I can get on board. Tell me what you think in the comments. Are you glad to see the shiesty mask ban on SEPTA? Should the Philadelphia police adopt this as law? Let me know why or why not down below.
Nah, I feel you, American. I feel you. Yeah, this a good video. Good video as usual. Nice little research done. And what I think, bro, I feel like, guys, like, you think gangs will ever end? You know what I mean? Like, we may want it to and we may try, but like he said, it's a repeat, you know? And there's nothing new under the sun, really. And even if, like, technology progresses, we might just find a new form of, you know, poverty. And with that comes friends in struggle. And with friends in struggle comes a brotherhood. And in a brotherhood, you trying to live, you trying to survive. Ain't nobody trying to go hungry, so you're going to do what you got to do to eat. And you're also not trying to see your brothers die, so you're going to do what you got to do to keep them alive. And then eventually that becomes a gang. You see what I'm saying? Now, then again, too, I definitely feel you with the whole SEPTA, John. Like, you know, private companies, if they say that, yeah, you know, it is what it is. But for the government to tell you what you can and cannot wear because it may give them legal grounds to stop and arrest you, this, that, and the third, Yes, that is a very slippery slope. So I agree with this guy 100%. Y'all comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Or you could hop over, like I said, to American Confidential. Subscribe, give him a like, comment, whatever. Share your thoughts. Show some support to everybody. Thanks for watching this video. And if you like my art, you could always check out my store. You could follow me on Instagram. You could like, share, anything. Thank you, and have a great day. All right, bye, everyone.